Okay, we're doing the morning announcements from the woods. Florida Trail. Looks like I'm on a Blue Blaze. It's a little loop trail. Just hanging out for a couple hours. Trying to remember the town I'm in. Anybody listening to this knows my brain doesn't work that well for words and names. But the sign's going to tell me a whole bunch. Ready? Nope. False alarm. I am somewhere in Florida. Right? You had no shit, right? Somewhere in Florida. That pretty much pins it down. I'm not far from Ichitucky Springs campground, because that's where I just celebrated my brother Ralphie's birthday over the weekend. Had an awesome time with the Florida Paddle Tribe. Pretty cool. No, we didn't sleep in teepees. Not this time. We had a blast though. But I'm sure the people in my life are tired of me bragging about that. So let's talk about nature for now. Haven't seen a lot of trash on the trail yet. That's a good thing. Haven't seen any wildlife. I think the bears are scared of me. Bigfoot is the professional hide and seek champion of 2026 already still. Of course I'm not. Don't stare at my butt. I forgot my day pack. Because I had all my crap in my car for camping this weekend. There was no room for anything, not even extra snacks. Crazy, right? Hold my beer. Trying to remember where I'm at. My brain's still at a blank there. Something Marshall Trail. I'll put a link in this video where I'm at. I watch so much YouTube, I think that statement's stuck in my brain, but I never use that in my vocabulary. I'll list a link to the description in my video at the bottom of this page, and as I point to the bottom of the page. Oh, let's see. Not tired yet. That's good, right? Only walked half a mile. Beautiful scenery. Bigfoot, where are you? Littlefoot, Mrs. Bigfoot, Miss Bigfoot. Yeah, we'll probably need a Miss Bigfoot. She's got to be single, right? We're gonna be fooling around. She's got to be probably single. Probably have to give her a bath. Oh my gosh! I'm gonna have to turn around. This tree's in my way. Tree blocking the trail. My buddy Chris Card knows all about these guys. He would be able to tell me everything about it, if it was edible or not. These guys here, Chris Card, what are they, Bubba? I should have brought a rubber duck. Could have put it right here. If the rubber duck was up here, would that mean the same meaning as the sign that says duck? If you're laughing, yep, it's funny. Or at least I thought it was hilarious. It's my life. Welcome to Grisham Life. Where everything's funny. Yes, farts are funny too. Don't know where I'm going, but hey, at least I'm not lost yet. And I haven't run out of snacks. Since I have 72 pounds of candy in my pocket. Most of you know how that goes. Maybe it's 73 pounds of candy. Now we're at a transition here, but we don't know which way to go because there's no sign. So now we're lost. I lied. Now we're going to die here. My skeleton's going to be found right there, probably. Probably be a long time before they find my skeleton, but... So now the choice, the options are... I guess that's a choice, right? You always have choices in life, which way you go. That's one thing about life. You choose the direction you take. You can choose that path. You can choose to go backwards the way you already came. Or you can choose that way. We know that one goes back to where we came from. We don't know anything about that way. We don't know anything about that way. So, I'm going to make an ass out of you and me, and I'm going to go this way. Just go with my gut since my vehicle's parked 9,028 miles this way. I'll go this way. Well, I just guesstimated on the 9,228 miles. Might be 7,821, who knows. Still no deer. So I can't say, oh dear. Oh, well, we got this, our favorite color makeup up here on the tree. Gold Star, for somebody who knows what that orange paint spot's called. Let me do a little trail magic here. Trail magic. Trail magic. For those that don't know what this is called a blaze. It's a trail marker. It's typically always this size. Florida trail, they're always orange. And if it's blue, it's called a blue trail and sometimes identifies a water supply. On the Appalachian Trail, that color, that blaze on the Appalachian Trail is white. But when you're on the Florida Trail, it's orange. I just sounded like I work at Busch Gardens or something on the tram. On this side, on the left side, you see hippopotamuses. And if you look over on your right, that's the opposite of your left, guys. Look on the other side of the train. You see giraffes with the long necks. Those are the things with the big long necks. Those are giraffes. See, I could get a job at Busch Gardens. But I'd probably get in trouble for trying to date all the girls on the tram. Wait, what's this here? Does anybody want to pass the test? What's the test? What is this? Uh-oh. Somebody got it right. Somebody got it wrong. Somebody forgot. You should have wrote it down. There was going to be an answer on the end of this video. That was a test, you know. Everything in life's a test. And the goal in life is to try your best to pass the test. You know, we don't always have to get everything right in life. But the things in life that we don't get right, we need to work harder, learn by those things, and try not to make the same mistakes, you know? Do you think bears would sleep here? If I was a bear, I'd sleep there. Looks like something was in there scratching around. See, the sun's behind me. It's afternoon. So I am walking east. What's going on? So we're on the correct direction here. Haven't seen any bodies yet. That's a good sign. I guess maybe the Bigfoot does exist and maybe he eats them. That's probably why we never see bodies on the trail. I forgot my wet wipes and my toilet paper and my shovel, so hopefully I don't have to take a dookie. If I do, I'll be running out of socks. Good thing I'm wearing 4 socks. Always wear extra socks in case you run out of toilet paper in the woods. You always gotta wipe your bum. I know, for those of you shaking your head, no, you wear Depends. They don't make Depends in my size. You know, they don't fit my big badonkadonk. You know, when you got a size 34 waist and a 92 ass, it's like you can't pull extra large pull-ups over your butt. And then the box, the description, you know, they say these things will hold 4 to 6 pounds. Complete lie. Can't even go through the whole movie. Gotta empty them out. Alright, so we're going back to where we came. Good thing they have this sign here. This is a very informative sign. If that sign wasn't there, I would have never known that this was the trail. That sign was, whoever spent the money on that trail really spent the money well. That was very informative. It's like you're on the Florida Trail, you're in the middle of nowhere. You're on top of a hill. There's no trees. All you see is a trail going for like 73,821 miles. And then there's 462 blazes. And then sometimes on the Appalachian Trail, you go 93 miles and there's 2 blazes. What do we got here? I think this is where we get rid of the dead bodies over here. I forgot mine in the trunk of my car. So I want to make a second trip. What do we got here? I developed a new hatred for these. These are cypress trees. Cypress knobs. Alright, people on the train, we're looking on the right side of the train. That's the finger that doesn't make an L. That's right side. For all you people that eat paste and are not paying attention. Oh, somebody loves somebody. Should I scratch my name in this? Should I do it? No. I did when I was a kid. Were these people practicing their alphabet, do you think? They forgot the 3rd letter. Okay, nothing over here. No crocodiles. No hippopotamuses. Alright, no hippopotamuses. Now we gotta find our way back to the trail, to the car. Alright, I think we go right here. I think. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. I never do. It's always a secret. This is a sign of humans. Humans ruin everything. Too lazy, too dumb. Alright, kids, we've had enough education. Now it's time for the test. Get your pen and paper out. What is this thing here called? Yes, it's an orange paint thing, but it has a different name. And if you remember what it's called and what trail it's on, you'll get an A+. You won't get a gold star. You won't get a cookie. You'll get a good job, kid. Comment. Pat you on the back. Send you on your way. Tell you not to eat paste. Alright, well. We're 692,000 steps into this hike. Into this little day walk, hike thing, jigger bobber. See, when I walked in here, I knew I was hiking exactly due west because the sun was directly in front of my face. Now, as you can see, that I'm making a shadow. So who knows how to use a compass? By the way my shadow is, I am hiking exactly due east now because the sun is behind me. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. I hear people say, yeah, you don't need to know that. Well, go out there and get in the middle of nowhere and try to go west and not know how to go west. Or east or south or north. The sun goes up in the east, down in the west. Yeah, I was looking for Bigfoot when I walked over this earlier, or I just didn't walk over it. Maybe we're going the wrong way. I don't know. Who knows? If we're going the wrong way, we're just going to die of starvation out here. I think I'm going the right way. Gotta be. If not, somebody finds my bloody stump out here, half eaten by a bear. Okay, Chris Card. Educate us. What are these guys? I see they're different than the other ones we looked at. Oh, there's 2 kinds on here. Pretty cool. Some you can eat, some you can't. Pretty cool. I know I'm a fun guy, but these guys are more of a fun guy than I am. Okay. I'd lie and say we're almost to the end of our journey, but I don't know where we're at. And I don't know how long our journey is. So, I can't lie. Okay, I know I pay attention to the area where I'm walking. I remember going past that earlier. When you're in the woods, always pay attention to things when you go by them. Keep it in your head. Like, hey, I went by that big hole in the dirt or that weird looking tree. On the Appalachian Trail, this would have an A on it. Someone would take a chainsaw and write AT. If I had a chainsaw, I'd write FT on there because we are officially on the FT, or Florida Trail, long name. For those of you that don't know, yes, I'm an addict when it comes to the great outdoors, especially hiking, camping, kayaking, or just sitting in the woods listening to the birds. Now we got another really informative sign up here on the left. Now remember, kids, this is the hand that makes you know that's the left, because this one makes an L. The other hand doesn't make an L. Okay, ready? This sign is very informative. Are you ready for what it's going to say? If that wasn't there, we would have not been on trail. We'd have been completely lost. Oh, thank God for that sign. Okay, I remember this part. We went that way earlier. That was before we started this elegant video of mine with these awesome people. Another really informative sign. That was really money well spent. It's so amazing to spend that kind of money on something like that. It's so informative. That's right in the middle of the only trail that's here. Because if it wasn't there, we wouldn't have no clue what to call this. We'd just call it like dirt with pine needles and leaves on it instead of that word on the sign back there. So I'm glad they put the sign there to remind us what this thing is called. One of my favorite words in the world. No, not that one. It starts with a T. No, not that one. It's called trail. Not tail. No, not tail. Trail. Sickos. I like the way you think. Stay with me. And we got one of these things that you don't see a lot of on these trails. Unless locals can park. And locals are not, they're not really long hikers. So locals, they get tired legs, tired backs. Have to sit here and make sandwiches. So, the only problem is with those things, excuse me, on a long trail, is they're always where you don't want to sit down. Because you got 9,821 more miles to go. And you're like, shit, that's going to take me another 4 hours and 22 minutes and 12 seconds. And 3 scoops of peanut butter, you know. I must be pregnant because I'm tired. Oh, wait, I can't get pregnant. I'm on the pill. All right. All right. I know. Enough of the foolishness. We're talking about trails. Wah, 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 wah. I don't got any music going on. Phones are so dumb. You can't play music on your phone while you take a video with your phone. I found that you can take a video with Facebook message video while playing your music, but that video lasts as long as me. It's about 32 seconds. So this video would have been about 32 seconds long, and that would have been kind of boring. Welcome to my bedroom life. All right, final test. What animal dropped this deuce? If you know, you know. I already gave the answer to that thing, whatever that is. Still have yet to see any animals. Bigfoots. I think Bigfoot and I are breaking up. You know, I never see Bigfoot. Never writes. Never sends me snail mail. Never comes to see me at my house. What is that? That is a hog log. It's berries. Could be a bear. It's about the size of my foot. Anybody's opinion on what that is? Usually I take a stick and play with it like I'm a 10-year-old boy. But my hands are full. No, I'm not touching myself. I have my drink. And I have my brain in my other hand. I hear cars. That means if I die right here, they'll find my body before you know it. We're almost back to the car. Short but sweet. Hopefully there'll be some Asian hookers up here in the parking lot. So I think I have $5 left in my wallet after this weekend. You know what they say? $5 make you holla. All right, we got another very informative, very important, very purposely located sign. Huh, this is not the sign, but that's a sign of wildlife. Whether it be domesticated wildlife or... does anybody know what the sign says before I get on the other side of it? This is going to be on the test. Now that is very informative, because I would not know which way to go. Glad that was there. Whew. Just saved a search party 32 days of looking for me. Whew. Saved all that labor, gas, and groceries. Oh, wow. Okay. This is the first video I've made like this. Usually the only videos I make when I don't have my clothes on, but nobody ever sees those. Wah, wah, wah. Love you. Anybody that walks past those and knows what they are. If they don't say I love you out loud, something's wrong. Don't hang out. Do not hang out with those people. Those people probably will not let you eat their snacks. Okay, we got a sign over here. We don't know what it says because for some reason it's facing the wrong way. So we're going to come over here. Who can guess what it said? Let's see what it says. Oh, look at this. This is a survey marker. So you can look this up online, I'm sure, on Google. So obviously we're in Jacksonville Corps of Engineers survey marker. And sometimes there'll be some markings on here. And it's from fucking BC, so there's no fucking markings on it. No markings. We don't get to know shit about the other part. Still no deer. No possums, no raccoons, no Bigfoots, no elephants, no hippopotamuses, no giraffes. No cougars, no rats, no squirrels, no mice, no birds. No crocodiles, no alligators, no ducks, no geese. No hawks, no crows. What the hell? It's like, why? Alright, that's the end of this one. First video like this. It's the end of that. You guys have a great day. I love everybody. Smile. Guess what? You matter. You're loved.